What if I told you that the most dangerous villain in Gotham isn't the Joker? It's not the Penguin. It's not some shadowy mob boss lurking in the dark corners of the city. The most dangerous villain in Gotham is a man who used to be a hero. And Hollywood just found him. It's confirmed. Deadline has confirmed it. Sebastian Stan, the man who carried a metal arm through 17 Marvel movies, will be stepping into the shoes of Harvey Dent in The Batman Part 2. Let that sink in for a second. Bucky Barnes is going to Gotham. And before you roll your eyes and say, "Oh great, another MCU star jumping ship to DC," stop. Because this is not just stunt casting. This is not a desperate studio throwing a famous face at a blank check. This is Matt Reeves, the same director who turned Robert Pattinson, who the internet screamed was the wrong choice, into arguably the most compelling, most terrifying, most emotionally raw Batman we have ever seen on screen. The Batman Part 2 is set to release October 1st, 2027. Filming begins in London in late May or early June 2026. The script is done. The cast is assembling. And Sebastian Stan is Harvey Dent. This is happening. And you need to understand why this matters. Because this isn't just a casting announcement. This is the beginning of something that could redefine what a comic book movie villain looks like forever. Let me take you back, not to Gotham, not to a film set. I want to take you back to why Harvey Dent has always been the most tragic character in the Batman universe. Not the Joker, who was born from chaos. Not the Riddler, who was forged from obsession. Not even Batman himself, whose darkness has purpose, has direction, has discipline. Harvey Dent was good. He was the best of Gotham. A district attorney who actually believed in justice in a city that had forgotten what justice felt like. He stood beside Batman. He stood beside Jim Gordon. He was the symbol Gotham needed when Batman couldn't show his face in the daylight. He was hope. And then, one moment, one act of unthinkable violence, acid, thrown by a mobster on the witness stand. And the left side of his face is destroyed. His mind splits. His soul fractures down the middle. The idealistic district attorney, whose destiny it is to have his face horribly scarred, an act that breaks his psyche and transforms him into the villainous Two-Face. The coin decides now, not him. That's the horror of Two-Face. He didn't choose evil. Evil was carved into him. And that is why, when done right, Harvey Dent is not just a villain. He is a mirror. He is what any of us could become if fate was cruel enough. And Hollywood has never fully gotten it right. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Every single live-action version of Two-Face has been a disappointment. I said it. Billy D. Williams played Harvey Dent in the 1989 Batman, but never got to transform. Tommy Lee Jones brought Two-Face back in Batman Forever in 1995, and the result was widely criticized. The darkness of the character felt completely at odds with the lighter tone of the film. And then, Aaron Eckhart gave us the most grounded version in The Dark Knight in 2008. And while it was genuinely impressive, his transformation into Two-Face had barely happened before the film came to a close. Think about that. 3 major cinematic attempts. 3, and not a single one gave us the full arc. Not one gave us the rise and the fall and the consequence. Billy D was set up and then abandoned. Tommy Lee was pure chaos with no soul. Aaron Eckhart was beautiful, and then gone in the same film he was introduced. The character has been waiting decades for someone to do it justice. And now, in 2027, Matt Reeves is going to try. But here's where it gets interesting. Because the question isn't just who is playing Harvey Dent. The question is, what story are they telling? Pay attention, because this is where things get wild. Alongside Sebastian Stan's confirmed casting as Harvey Dent, Scarlett Johansson has also joined The Batman Part 2 in a role that hasn't been officially revealed yet. The 2 more prevalent theories about Johansson's role are Gilda Gold, Harvey Dent's wife, and the Phantasm. But now, with Stan confirmed as Dent, the Gilda theory becomes far more likely. And if you know your Batman comics, that name, Gilda Dent, should make your blood run cold. In the iconic storyline The Long Halloween, Batman, Commissioner Gordon, and District Attorney Harvey Dent team up to bring down the Falcone crime family and stop a serial murderer known as Holiday from targeting both the Falcones and their rivals, the Maronis. After Harvey is scarred with acid by Salvatore Maroni on the witness stand and becomes Two-Face, the story ends with a shocking revelation. The original Holiday murderer was actually Gilda Dent, who was trying to break the grip of the Falcones on Gotham and lighten her husband's workload as their marriage was growing strained under the pressures of his job. Scarlett Johansson, playing a woman who secretly committed a string of murders to protect her husband, and her husband becomes the very villain who is hunting the killer, without ever knowing it was her. Do you understand how insane that is? Do you understand the emotional devastation that story could bring to the screen? The man who swore to uphold justice, unknowingly hunting his own wife, while losing his mind, while losing his face, while losing everything he ever believed in. The first Batman film already subtly adapted elements from The Long Halloween, which emphasizes Batman as a sharp detective. A more direct adaptation in Part 2 would fit perfectly within Matt Reeves' vision. This would not be a superhero movie. This would be a Greek tragedy set in Gotham City. Now let's talk about Sebastian Stan, because here's what I think people are missing in the conversation about this casting. Everyone's talking about the surprise of it, the "wait, is this right?" energy, and I get it. When you see Sebastian Stan, you see Bucky Barnes. You see the charming smirk, the jawline, the guy who spent years being a good soldier. But think about what Sebastian Stan has actually done as an actor when given real material to work with. Think about Tanya. Think about a different man. This is a man who does not just show up and look the part. This is a man who disappears into roles that require him to be broken, to be contradictory, to hold two opposing truths inside his body at the same time. And what is Harvey Dent, if not exactly that? Harvey Dent is a man of complete duality, the good and the evil, the hero and the monster, the side of the face that smiles for cameras, and the side that has been destroyed beyond recognition. Sebastian Stan has been training for this role his entire career without knowing it. Matt Reeves took significant time and care with the Riddler and the Penguin in The Batman. It's a very good bet that both Harvey Dent and Two-Face will be well represented in Part 2. And here's the thing about Reeves. He doesn't cast for box office. He cast Paul Dano as the Riddler when people thought that was insane. He cast Colin Farrell so buried under prosthetics that nobody recognized him. He doesn't want famous faces. He wants performances. The fact that he chose Sebastian Stan means he saw something specific, something that the role needs, something that no other actor in that conversation could provide. Beat. And here's the pattern interrupt nobody is talking about. Robert Pattinson recently described The Batman Part 2 as a really different type of Batman movie, even in comparison to its 2022 predecessor. A really different type of Batman movie, from the man who made a 3-hour noir detective horror film that made the internet question everything they thought they knew about superhero cinema. Really different from that. What does that even mean? Let's zoom out and look at what The Batman Part 2 is actually shaping up to be. Robert Pattinson returns as Batman. Jeffrey Wright is back as Jim Gordon. Andy Serkis is back as Alfred. Colin Farrell returns as the Penguin. Barry Keoghan is expected to return as the Joker. And now, Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent and Scarlett Johansson in an undisclosed role, most likely Gilda Dent, join the cast. Think about that roster. Actually think about it. You have the Penguin, who, after his HBO series, is now the undisputed ruler of Gotham's underworld. You have the Joker, Matt Reeves' version of a preformed clown prince, a figure so unsettling he barely needed screen time in the first film to haunt every frame he was in. You have Jim Gordon, Alfred, the entire infrastructure of the world Reeves built. And now you're introducing Harvey Dent and Gilda into that world. This isn't just a sequel, this is Gotham collapsing under its own weight. The plot reportedly follows Bruce Wayne as he investigates a new case that digs deeper into the corruption and divisions inside Gotham. And this time, the story will spend more time with Bruce Wayne himself, not just Batman. More time with Bruce Wayne. What does that tell you? That the battles in this film won't all be physical. Some of them will be moral, some of them will be personal. When your friend, the man you've stood beside, the man you've trusted, starts to break apart, starts to flip a coin to decide who lives and who dies. What do? Do you save him, or do you stop him? That is the question at the heart of every great Harvey Dent story. And that is the question The Batman Part 2 is being built to ask. Here's what I want to leave you with. We live in a world that loves to reduce everything to good and bad. Heroes and villains. Right and wrong. Simple, clean, easy categories that let us go to sleep without thinking too hard. Harvey Dent destroys that. Harvey Dent says, what if the line between hero and monster is thinner than you think? What if it only takes one moment, one terrible, random, unlucky moment, and everything you built, everything you stood for, everything you loved, gets split right down the middle? The coin doesn't lie. 50% good, 50% evil, and the universe, cold, indifferent, uncaring, gets to decide which side lands face up. That is not a comic book story. That is the human condition. And when Sebastian Stan stands in front of a camera in a London studio this summer, when he looks into a mirror and sees one side of a face that still believes in justice and one side of a face that has given up on it entirely, he is going to bring something to this role that this character has never had before. He is going to make you feel it. The Batman Part 2, October 1st, 2027. Drop a comment below. Do you think Sebastian Stan is the right choice for Harvey Dent? And do you think this film is going to finally give us the Two-Face story we've been waiting 30 years for? Like the video if you're already hyped. Subscribe if you're not going to miss a single update on this film, because Gotham is about to get a whole lot darker.